From car crashes to credit card debt, Tori Spelling has seen more than her fair share of drama on and off screen. While Tori Spelling was the young star of Beverly Hills 90210, her life behind the scenes was more stressful than fans might have guessed. For a few of the years she was filming, she dated actor Nick Savalas, son of star Telly Savalas. She would later describe that time as a nightmare. She explained to Entertainment Weekly, "He was never physically abusive, but he was verbally abusive, telling me 10 times a day how ugly I was. I've always been insecure about my looks." Spelling's parents were reportedly very concerned about how this relationship was affecting their conflict-averse daughter. In response to the accusations, Savalas told the outlet, "I wasn't pleasant to be around, for anyone. It was after my dad died, and she was the closest to me, so she got the worst of it." After her 90210 co-star Luke Perry died in 2019, Spelling said that he had been there for her in her time of need. Spelling posted a tribute to Perry on his birthday in 2021, saying, "You stood up for me fiercely, went to brawl literally for me when I was in a verbally abusive relationship, and sat and talked me through the most insecure moments of a teen angst girl's life. If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic abuse, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. You can also find more information, resources, and support at their website." In her book, Storytelling, Tori Spelling dug into her complicated relationship with her mother. The TV star looked back on moments from her childhood that shaped her self-image, including the time Candy Spelling told her she'd be better off with a nose job. That mother-daughter relationship only became more difficult as the years went by, and the pair didn't reach out to one another the day Tori's father died. Candy elaborated on her relationship with her Tori in a 2009 interview with People, saying, "I've tried to talk to her, but that doesn't work. She may not even know why she's angry." The matriarch of the Spelling family also shared that she hadn't yet met Tori and Dean's second child. While discussing the feud on ABC News in 2008, Tori stated, "I love my mom. My mom loves me. We don't have an easy relationship. I don't think we ever will, but I'd rather have a complicated, misunderstood relationship than have no relationship at all." In recent years, however, Tori has said that their relationship is improving, as the 90210 alum revealed on a 2022 episode of Jeff Lewis's SiriusXM show. They started to make amends after $1 Million Listing star Josh Flagg invited Tori over for dinner at Candy's house.
We've had a good relationship, but it's like next level right now.
Great.
Really
So you guys
happy.
are close.
Tori Spelling received a bombshell shortly after the difficult birth of her second son. In December 2013, Us Weekly broke the news that Dean McDermott had cheated on her while promoting Chopped Canada in Toronto. Spelling later reflected that this might have been inevitable given how they got together. On her reality show True Tori, Spelling admitted to a friend that she and her husband met while they were both in other marriages.
Now that this has happened to me, I know a lot of people are like, well, karma's a
Dean McDermott told ET Canada that he found it hurtful to be targeted by the media over his infidelity. The reality star insisted, "I'm not a monster. I'm a human being and I messed up. I messed up and I'm owning up to it and I'm getting help." He also admitted that it was his fault rather than a reflection of anything Tori had done. McDermott said, "The affair was more about how I was feeling about myself than having an affair. You know, I'm not the first person to ever cheat on his wife." Years later, a source would tell People that Spelling still struggled with trusting McDermott following his affair. Tori Spelling's problems with spending have become notorious over the years. As ET reported in 2016, American Express sued the actor for $38,000. That same year, she and her husband also got in trouble with the state of California when they failed to pay nearly $260,000 in taxes. In her memoir, Spelling It Like It Is, Spelling explained how her impulsive real estate decisions had sabotaged her family's finances. "Even when I try to embrace a simpler lifestyle, I can't seem to let go of my expensive tastes. Even when my tastes aren't fancy, they're still costly. I moved houses to simplify my life, but lost almost $1 million along the way." In a 2008 interview with ABC News, Spelling blamed her privileged upbringing as the daughter of an incredibly successful producer. She explained, "Bad shopping habits die hard. In all honesty, I grew up a certain way. I never had to worry about money." The Hollywood princess had a rude awakening when Beverly Hills 90210 was canceled in 2000, and she fell into credit card debt for the first time. Spelling didn't want to ask her father for a loan, however. The actor declared that she would rather file for bankruptcy. "That means in my mind I was what everyone thought I was, taking money from my dad. The rich little girl that he paid for everything. And I just refused to be that."
I hated the perception people would put on me about being Aaron Spelling's daughter.
Tori Spelling's father, producer Aaron Spelling, died in 2006 at the age of 83. His publicist confirmed that he had been experiencing complications from a stroke. Tori wrote in an Instagram tribute, "I was such a daddy's girl and just adored this man beyond words." As a producer, his dream was to make television that could help take people's minds off their day-to-day lives and just completely unwind. He did just that. The media was quick to notice when Tori received a surprisingly small payout in her dad's will. Out of his estimated $600 million fortune, she was left with just $800,000.
We can get rid of all that stuff.
But why should we have to? My dad wouldn't have wanted this.
Candy Spelling, who received most of the inheritance, told the New York Times that Tori's shopping habit was the reason she wasn't trusted with more money. Tori later recalled having a difficult conversation with her dad over lunch and asking him about her inheritance. She admitted to ABC News that Aaron had reassured her that she would be fine with less than $1 million. "I didn't want him to think that I was asking him for the money or even talking about something so morbid as when he would pass. I think part of me in the back of my head maybe hoped it would be different." When Tori Spelling was pregnant in 2011, she was in a car accident that involved a particularly persistent cameraman. The actor had been dropping off her 2 children at the time and ended up crashing into a wall at their school while trying to escape. She tweeted about the event afterwards, explaining that the photographer continued trying to get photos, even after the accident. Following the incident, she headed to the doctor to make sure she and the baby were okay. A spokesperson for Spelling told People magazine after the news broke, "Tori is really shaken up, but she and the kids are doing fine." A friend also clarified the order of events, telling People that Spelling's car had been closely followed into the school's driveway and that she hit the wall while trying to reverse away from the photographer. The car and the wall sustained minor damage, the friend reported. Fans were concerned when Tori Spelling posted a vague update about her health after being hospitalized in 2014. Per E! News, she wrote, "This sick in hospital, I finally see how quickly life can take it all away from you." She added that it was important to have friends there during the tough times, writing, "Sadly, I've finally faced truth that one person will never be there for me." E! News had reported that she was temporarily placed in quarantine during her hospital stay, sparking rumors that she'd been exposed to the Ebola virus. Dean McDermott shut down that speculation entirely in an interview with ET Canada, however. He also hinted that the demands of shooting their reality show could have been the cause of Spelling's illness, saying, "It's 6 days a week. It finally caught up with her and took its toll. So she has bronchitis, sinusitis, and pneumonia, and she's getting great care at the hospital." In 2018, Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott had several brushes with the law in 1 week. As TMZ reported, the cops were called out to their Los Angeles home 2 nights in a row. The first call happened after Spelling mistakenly thought McDermott letting himself into the home one evening was an intruder trying to get into the house. The following evening, McDermott called authorities after he suspected that his wife was having a mental health crisis. A week later, McDermott called the cops again after Spelling left the house with one of their kids. TMZ reported that he was worried about her mental health and wanted the police to perform a welfare check. Police cars quickly tracked Spelling down to her doctor's office, where both the actor and her child were found to be perfectly safe. A close source told People at the time that Spelling was going through a difficult time raising her 5 young kids, saying, "The last year has been really tough on Tori. She has a ton of pressure and stress with the kids, work, and her marriage. She internalizes a lot of her anxiety, and she knows it's not healthy for her. Of course she's going to get to a breaking point eventually." Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's relationship has faced some difficult obstacles over the years. In 2021, fans began to speculate that they might have split for good after Spelling was spotted without her wedding ring and McDermott was conspicuously absent from their family's Christmas photos. Insider sources told Us Weekly that the couple was considering a trial separation and suggested they would only stay together for the kids. Expressing sympathy for their situation, one source shared, "They know divorce will be expensive, and it's not something they're willing to go through right now. They both feel trapped. Having kids makes it more difficult because they don't want their children to be unhappy." Spelling added fuel to the speculation in 2021 when she told SiriusXM's Jeff Lewis that they weren't sharing a bed. She revealed that 4 of her children and 3 dogs had started regularly staying in her bed when McDermott left for 6 months on a work shoot. As of fall 2022, Spelling and McDermott are still married. According to People, the two were even spotted out together that September.